Hello, everybody. Welcome to the special edition of Frame Trap. It comes once a year. It's time for Noodles and Broth, one of the best times of the year. And joining me for this very special episode,
Brad Ellis.
Yeah!
And wouldn't you know it? That was my Craig Miller voice.
Hey!
Oh, wow. You
Greg
really
Miller.
what's up,
Intimidating.
everybody?
Funny.
You shouldn't know it, it's me.
Brad, I want to start with you.
Shoot.
All right.
And I want to start with your noodles.
The noodles I am bringing is Doom Eternal. That's my presentation. That's it.
Thank you. You're allowed into the tower. Congratulations.
Like Doom 3, whatever. Then after Doom 3, I haven't played Doom for a long time.
The Doom 3 disrespect.
But dude, whatever, man.
Sure. I like it.
Enough with the flashlight. Get out of here. Anyways, Doom 16, phenomenal. We all loved it.
Yes.
There was one funny moment too when Mike was playing. When he started playing, I hear him go, "How do I turn these headphones up?" And the guy goes like, "Oh, he's like, oh, it's right here." He's like, "Yeah, I'm turning it up all the way."
Max it. I was like, give me max volume,
Max volume,
please.
like shouting it in the little room. It was awesome.
I was like, I want to blow my ears out.
The beard? Do you think the beard helps? Do I gotta
Yeah,
grow?
definitely.
Gotta
Just
grow
and
the
then
beard.
having absolutely no care for your listeners' audio experience.
Right.
That helps out a lot too.
You know, it's such a fun opportunity to have you guys here. So of course, I want to talk almost exclusively to Tim and check in with your E3.
I love this. Let's host, baby.
How was your E3, man? I see this guy a lot. I saw him at Judges Week.
I know.
You know,
here we are. We don't get enough time to hang out. But I have a question. Has there ever been a Jones beard?
Yeah. I did on the honeymoon was a big thing. Went to Germany and we were there for 2 weeks. And but one of these days, two things I'm curious: the full beard, and just once I want to rock a shaved head. I'm sure it's not gonna be pretty.
Wow.
What?
But just to try it.
That was
Just to try it. Yeah.
Do them at the same
I don't want
time.
to make
Max
a
Payne.
show out of it. Like
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
probably be like I'll have migrated off camera for my career probably by that point. I don't want to subject anyone to that, but my
Sure.
immediate family. But just to try it.
Yeah, why not?
Because I can't help it. Whenever I have a friend that like shaves their head and it's clean, like I'll show it and hang out with them. I can't help it. I'm like, please,
Yes.
just for 30
no,
seconds.
you
I
have
just
to
gotta-
do that if you do it here.
I just
'cause
got it.
You cannot rob us of that. Smacking your head.
gotta love
That's
it.
good
man.
content, Jones.
Dead Island, where like you'd go into a cutscene and then like ta-da, there were 3 other people there all of a sudden.
Yeah.
What's up?
I was telling Ben that I thought that there was toxic waste, but it was just a graphic issue. There's like this neon green sludge.
Oh man.
And I thought it was like part of the I thought it was part of the story. I thought there was like
Whoa,
a
yeah.
toxic spill. So I asked the dev. I was like, is this toxic waste?
He's like, yeah.
And I was like, I think he thought I was like being rude, but I was like, I actually thought it was like. when it first happened, when it very first happened,
This
because I
part's-
didn't think there was a glitch at the time.
This part's
And
fun
then I
though
realized.
because the dev's like, yeah, so hold X to jump out of the helicopter. He's like, you might want to jump. Actually, I'm gonna go. That's me. I think that's me. You can send a bail. I want to go play. I literally want to be the dev in this moment. So this is Hubert just gunning everybody, and he's like, yeah, you can parachute out of that helicopter if you want. Yeah, our objective is in this little town here. If you want to just like hop out of the helicopter and parachute in,
The last day
gives
of
him 30
E3.
seconds. Like, yeah, hold X if you want to jump out of the helicopter. He's like, yeah, we, half of our team is I've already landed now. I'm already stealthing
Yeah.
into this zone. I popped up my drone. I'm scanning people. He's like, you can jump out of the helicopter if you want. Just keep that in mind. That consistently, this guy at 30-second, 60-second intervals is reminding Huber that he does not have to be in this helicopter.
And
anymore.
this is after, is this toxic waste?
And I'm watching all of this play out from down below, looking up at the helicopter, which is kind of cool. I was like, okay.
Just firing the gun.
But yeah. That's,
Here we go. This
yeah,
is
there we
great.
go.
Whoa, what?
Boom!
What just happened? Did
Yeah.
you get knocked out of the
Yeah.
sky?
Yeah. Watch this.
Why are you still in the seat?
Boom!
Oh, no. Oh,
Dead.
no.
Dead.
I'm sorry. This is
KIA.
the only...
It was just weird. John Bernthal's cool, but like,
Was his dog there?
nah, we didn't see his dog. Did not see.
Was
Bam
anybody else
Bam.
confused at Ubisoft why this dog
Final
was
boss.
I
But
think it's like an emotional support
Yeah.
animal for him. Actually.
Really?
I
Who
think
dropped
so.
that? Who dropped that?
I don't.
on
I
us?
forgot who said that to us.
I didn't want to spend too much time because we were moving so fast. You spent more time in the menus than I did, and
Trying to tune my settings, man.
And so I.
Can I turn the toxic waste off?
But the guy doing the demo is a very heavy French accent, and if he just he refused to have that mic really close, so the game was a lot louder than he was.
Also, somebody,
guy-
I don't know if it was you or someone else, somebody was like, did you hear that? No. It might have been you then.
Oh, no.
It was,
Hubert, this just sounds
the
like
most chaotic E3 demo. But
this sounds like a nightmare because you've got toxic waste, you got all these graphical glitches, you've got this guy talking to you, you can't hear him, you got some jerk just breathing into his mic.
I like
there's no
really
tomorrow.
low sensitivity, and my sensitivity was like hair trigger. Just this
Yeah.
whole thing. But I still had a good time.
I'd like to read 2 paragraphs from boardpanda.com, right? It's going to seem like I'm just telling you facts that aren't interesting, but then we're going to get to an interesting side note. While Bernthal likes to focus on the peaceful side of these animals, he himself has gotten physical over them. In an interview, the actor admitted that in 2009, he knocked a guy out cold once to defend his dog Boss. The guy was drunk and had followed the pair after being warned not to touch the pit bull. The encounter ended with Bernthal in handcuffs, and while he's not proud of the fight, it's clear nobody should try to mess with this man's dog.
Real life John Wick, man. That's
Don't
crazy.
mess with Bernthal.
Yeah, don't mess with Burnt
You
Johnny
see
B.
that guy and you want to like pick a fight
Let
with
me
him.
touch your
With him and his
dog!
pit bull? No, dude. No
Shane,
thanks.
let me touch your dog!
Do people get weird with dogs? Like, do we like?
And something that I hilariously failed twice was you can also you just have your parachute. So if you like get to the edge of a cliff or something, you can just like hop off and base jump. And both times the guy was like, "Oh, you can base jump off that," and I was like, "Okay." Like, all right, like respawn, and then like later he's like, "Come on, you base jump off this," and he floats away. And I'm just like,
Yeah, and then I just had to run down because I botched it. So I'm just like running down this huge tube.
So it was like, is there difficulty there? Is that something?
It came in and turned on the monitor. I was like, oh God, what are they about to show? There it is.
Wow.
Brandon Jones with a shaved head.
Dude.
Brandon
MC
Jones shaved head.
Professor X.
Yeah. Right there, this shaved head
Okay,
one.
first of all, that beard is way too dark. That needs to be full gray.
Shaved head with beard, Brandon Jones looks a lot like Shel Silverstein, the Giving Tree.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Man, I love it.
And you're also shooting for a good Lex Luthor. That's
what I'm saying.
Yeah. Do it, dude. Do it.
Bradley Ellis, the danger that you're running into is that your noodles are so good, you're gonna need some broth to balance that
I got-
intense flavor out.
A very different kind of broth. Like my noodle, the broth is not from this world. The broth I'm bringing is carrion.
Yes! I'm so glad you got to check this out.
Yes, Jones. Yes. So carrion, you are killing people. You're eating them. You're devouring. You are some crazy flesh blob.
You're a freaker.
You're a damn freak. That's right, man. You're a damn freak. You're like I ran into other humans later on that had flamethrowers, Jones, and they were a little harder to bite through with armor. But I was able to grab them and drown them in the water, dude. And then you go.
Do you have a health bar?
Yes,
Okay.
you like do. So
When you're creeping up on these enemies,
you could actually creep too. So if you like go through two stuff, people could hear you, but you could actually like creep through. So there was this part I really loved, man. Classic movie horror part. There's two guys below me with guns, and there's two vents, and
Yeah.
I'm up here. And when they're walking around, I'm on top of them. I'm like, pull one guy up, like, blah, 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 blah.
was Keanu Reeves in it?
Yes.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
When you have that thing packaged, when you do a rehearsal and you walk out, it's like, are people gonna like that? Like I imagine that's got to be near impossible to know.
Oh, yeah.
Like this is gonna land really well or this is gonna hit.
The best
Keanu
you can-
feels like a solid like a shoe-in. You know,
Oh,
we're like, how
man.
are people not gonna love this? But
Well,
like,
that could have been
well,
bad.
it's a random. For me, I actually get a little standoffish with celebrities in games.
Absolutely.
If he didn't come out and kill it, I mean, on the stage in person, showing true excitement, and then one of the interviews that's gone up recently that I saw today floating around was like, man, he's legitimately in love with this project, and he's treating it with respect. Like that goes so much further than like, and I'm not even trying to throw shade, but like when we did Final Fantasy Uncovered, right, and like being very clear,
The
like
crystals have always been very important to Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, who wrote this? That is, like,
Yeah, that is a good one. The box one is good. Because Kyle, I mean, that's obviously like.
That's a good sound effect.
Wait, Hugh, are you not in for Kakarot?
I've only been to Judges Week once, and it was last year, and it was only for one thing, and that was Kingdom Hearts 3.
Hell yeah.
And that was awesome because that was the time
that's
where
right.
like
that was a fun
I've known
evening,
you
man.
forever. I met you forever ago, but like I got to meet all the allies, and we were just kind of hanging out and talking. I met Damiani and stuff. It was just-
Eating ice cream, dude.
Yeah, we did. Sea salt ice cream, man. And that's also when I met Austin Walker, who thought
me
that
too.
Thought you worked at
thought
Square.
that I worked at Square. Yeah, dude. And do you remember? You were right there with me. And yeah, he never will let that down. But yeah,
He apologized.
It's fun. Oh yeah, he did.
There's a ton of these Z orbs all over the place.
Oh, right.
And they're just like in rings and stuff, and it's like you're hanging out
Pilot
with Piccolo
style.
and you're talking, and it's like, okay, let me fly through and get all of these Z orbs. And so it's okay, but it looked a little awkward, I guess would be the way I'd describe it.
The other thing that makes it worse, though, is that you can manually ascend and descend on Quinta Un, and it was really...
Excuse me, what?
That's why I call it. I'm not calling it by its English name. It goes up and...
Just for the audience, just call it Nimbus.
Is that what it's called?
Just call
in
it Flying
English?
Nimbus, yeah.
Okay, flying cloud thing that he rides on.
Like I'm here and I'm judging it. So like, cool.
Another really great thing about Judges Week, I love. We did on Frame Trap last year. We do a bit called Noodles and Broth, where we have to bring a really big game and a really small game.
Yeah.
And last year I just like knocked Ben Moore off his chair when I brought up Total War 3 Kingdoms. Because he's just like, when did you make time for that?
Yeah, exactly. Judges Week, baby.
Okay.
Brandon, what do you got for, this time we're going to start with the broth. Mix it up. This is the kind of excitement you can expect on Frame Trap.
Well, my offering is also from another world.
What?
In my game, you are destroying all humans.
Nice, dude. Don just
Yeah, where's
fist
Don?
pumped right now.
Well, I'm going to fist pump with Dom because I love both of those games. I walk into the room, THQ Nordics, at a hotel. I know, like, when I see it on the sheet, I'm like, I know where that room is. I know exactly where to go. Walking down the stairs. Lo and behold, destroy all humans. And I just exclaimed out loud, destroy all humans. And I can see like the 3 or 4 devs like by the PCs, and they were like really proud. Like, all right, well, we got one of them.
Destroy all humans. I love Xbox.
So, played on the PC. But
Wait,
Train
what?
in
Oh,
What
yeah.
if they make Goku and Piccolo get their driving license? That'd be so cool.
That better be a
It
side
was like
quest.
in open-ended.
For a change of pace?
Yeah.
Side
Yeah,
quest,
yeah,
absolutely.
that'd be
That'd
such
be
a good
sick.
side quest, dude.
Yeah, we didn't get to...
I thought Tim did a great job during Xbox. Like,
Oh,
he
Tim?
comes
Yeah,
out, he
yeah.
comes out.
Yeah. The funniest thing about Tim Schafer is he started our showcase.
Yeah.
And like
What is indie?
We did the jokey thing of like the pretentious. What is indie? And it's Tim Schafer talking. We didn't know about the Microsoft thing, and then when he comes out on stage, we're just like, well, I guess you're not indie. That is hilarious that happened that way, but fun little thing.
I also thought it was, I thought it was kind of funny in the presentation that they did, where they're like, this is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, which, by the way, if you don't know, is Goku.
It's Goku saying name.
Yeah.
You know, some people would know.
Right.
Some people
Just,
wouldn't know. That's
just
fair.
a moment. Yeah.
If you didn't know.
It's Goku.
But yeah,
I knew that.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
All right.
to me right now, this game is like swimming in sevens,
Yes.
Huber style right now.
Yes. Which is
You
good-
all described at least
In a good
an
way.
8.
No, I did not.
I heard the words of an 8 at this table.
You don't know what an 8 is then. Because that was not an 8.
What makes it a 7 though?
full disclosure, did you know about this? Did you see that coming? Did you
That it
know
was Star
Skywalker
Wars?
Saga was the thing?
Oh, I knew it was Star Wars. I didn't know if it was Skywalker, so I didn't know the name of it. But it's because like I book everything for Kind of Funny, just me and Tim. But I book all the stuff, so they hit me up and like, oh no, it's like I'm like, all right, so it's a Lego game. Is it DC, Marvel, or Star Wars? And they're like, it's one of those. I'm like, all right. And I'm like, but I want to give you the best person. You know what I mean? And like eventually got it down.
I love these games so much, but inevitably 4 or 5 times in every single Lego game I played, I hit a puzzle that just pisses me off. I hit something that I'm like, what the hell am I
What
supposed
do you
to do?
want me to
And it's
do?
such a weird, arbitrary early adventure game. This twig needed to connect to this weird dumb thing. Okay, fine. Cool.
Yeah, they did do a pretty decent job of making the Raditz fight a spectacle.
I think that's cool. It's hard to care about Raditz right now.
Right.
And so that's what
Yeah,
that's
when you're
kind of
thinking
neat.
about like Frieza blowing up, the planet and stuff, and Planet Namek, and everything blowing up around you, that's gonna be like insanity.
Yeah.
In 2019, it's just hard to care about Raditz.
That's our last game for
That's
the night.
it.
Is
Yeah.
that it?
Yeah, that's
Is
it.
that it, Bud?
That's it.
Blood's just sitting over there. They're finally done talking about Dragon Ball. But no broth is complete without some thick noodles.
Thick.
What are you bringing? Yeah.
So, to balance things out, I want to have noodles that are very wholesome, made with natural ingredients. These are good for, very healthy. There's lots of vitamins. These noodles were made on a farm with love and care.
Organic.
These are organic noodles provided to you by Dragon Quest Builders 2.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that, and this is again me like reading into the future, and for viewers at home, we might have some people in Japan that are like, I beat this game. What are you talking about? Like, this game's been out in Japan, so these are a lot of improvements that like I could have checked out streams or I could have read up on, but because it's been so painful to wait for this game, I've chosen to just kind of like ignore a lot of the press.
Well,
because
I mean,
I know this is something that I'm going to check out.
You have limited time. It's like, okay, well, when you get a free second, it's either read another anime book or check out Japanese Dragon Quest Builders 2 videos. A man has to make a choice.
I hope that's not an eyesore. Also, too, if you like, because I want to step back and like look at my creation and look at all the people doing busy work, and if it's just like multicolored hearts just bouncing all over the place, it's like, whoa, calm down.
Yeah, to me, like this whole studio felt more real this week than at any point.
Yeah,
it truly felt like something during E3.
Like when people are laying on the wood floor. It's real.
Yeah.
It was a short nap. It was a 23-minute nap. I put 23 minutes on the clock.
But there's one thing that I haven't shown off that I do want to see at some point. Like, it's like the one thing I'm most anxious or highly anticipating is seeing that first summon. That first summon on screen. Yes. After the Final Fantasy 15 interpretations of them, like, I'm really curious, like, some of those big ones, like,
if Knights of the Round was 3.5 minutes long,
if it actually dropped frames, I would not, like, that's accurate. That is the creator's intent right there. It is supposed to do that.
This is just pure stupidity at this point, but I would love, and this doesn't happen at any other part in the game, but you do Knights of the Round and it goes, put on your VR goggles, and it's just like you take that journey through all the planets.
It just becomes its own VR experience.
Yep, and every time you do it, it'll come up with that prompt, and only for Knights of the Round. Yep,
like that, and Sephiroth's Supernova. It'll actually have like director commentary. It's so long. It's like so we were thinking about
just like a film directed by Martin Scorsese appears and just starts.
You just hear Nomura, and with his narration of when I was a boy.
Oh, so good.
Oh man, very exciting stuff.
Yeah. But every single panel Greg hosts, he'll come out and be like who here's been to a panel before? And people start raising their hands. Then he yells at them all. It's just like, no, you've been to bad panels. I want to hear you make noise. Who here's been to a panel? And it's like, that sets the tenor for what the show's going to be.
Yeah. For EA Play, they let me go up early, and it was the same thing.
Oh, yeah?
And that's why, like, there's a great Twitch clip that somebody broke out where I forget exactly what it is, but I'm like, oh, I got the little kid. I like that. And it's because in the live section before, he was one of the kids I called out because I was like, yeah, go crazy. And the kid's just like, and I'm like, you have to go crazy. You know what I mean? Like, without the context, there was something like, I like this little boy.
Oh, man.
That's pretty good. That's
that's so fun.
But I think
Michael P. Huber, you have some intense competition.
I know, man. Jeez.
I think you're gonna need to bring out your noodles.
Quick question though, Chef. Do you have a favorite skeletal warrior?
What's the skeletal pirate from Killer Instinct again?
I don't know the name of him, but I know exactly what you're thinking of with like the bandana and the sword and shield.
What were we doing? That guy's sick.
Yeah.
Asking Chef questions.
Yeah. Skeletal
Spinal.
warriors.
Thank
I'll
you.
have to think about it.
It's too
Spinal.
good.
Yeah.
Spartle. So noodles first?
Noodles first. I need some thick noodles.
Some thick noodles. Control.
Oh.
Control are my noodles today.
Sam Lake presents.
Sam Lake presents
Noodles.
Remedies. Control.
You know how Don was fist pumping for Destroy All Humans?
Yeah.
Ian is double fist pumping for Control.
Ian's weeping right now.
Weeping blood.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I got to play this sitting right next to Ian. I really want to talk about Well, I did want to talk about that, but let me just talk about the ray tracing really quick.
I thought of my favorite skeletal warrior. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's ray tracing.
No, the skeleton knight in Berserk.
Does the T-800 count?
Harryhausen.
Is that a skeletal warrior, Jones?
Yeah,
T-800,
sure.
the
Yeah,
end
the
of Terminator 1.
Definitely more skeletal than warrior.
Okay.
You know? 'Cause
Yeah.
it's definite soldier vibes, but
Only at Easy Allies will you have game impressions
That'd be
interrupted by talk of skeletal warriors.
Yeah, shout out to Dark Souls Skeleton Warriors.
Yeah. And Demon Souls, dude. 4-1.
literally
Let's go.
the game
4-1.
the game's skeleton warriors right now is like, what the hell?
What the hell, man?
So first and foremost, half jokingly but half serious, the ray tracing, the visuals, the ray tracing, no, because they were hyping it up. It was so hyped that like in the bottom right, you could just have it say like RTX on. Like with a logo,
Dude,
for ray
they
tracing.
didn't give me that at my demo.
If you wanted to like capture it with the like
Hell
ray
yeah,
tracing,
did you?
No,
Oh.
I turned it off.
Oh man, that would have been so good.
You should have left it on for like a little bit.
Yeah, you
Probably
should
the
have done
beginning.
it.
I think the beginning probably has it. The clip, dude. The clip. I played this for like 30 minutes. The clip was like 20 gigs.
Bloodworth, what more could be said about your haircut?
It's fantastic.
It's revolutionary. I've never seen it this short.
Dude, ray tracing
Yeah.
on.
I don't think so, man.
RTX on.
You know my middle name is Ray, right? Is that what?
What?
My middle name is Ray.
I didn't know that. Blood
Daniel
lore.
Ray
I did
Bloodworth.
not know that. I've known you for 8 years, and I didn't know
That
that.
is a bomb dropped, dude. I don't think you told us that before.
RTX on.
RTX on.
RTX.
I'm sure it
RTX
comes
on.
from-
I was sitting right next to Ian, and wow, this game is really like Metroidvania. We were like talking to each other. I was like Ian and I legit talked to each other a bunch of times. I was like, well, where are you? Like, how'd you get there? He's like, wait, how'd you get there? Like, I need to go. Is this the right way?
And then everybody else demoing it was just like, shh, quiet, come on, man.
Shut up. Hushed tones. We talked in hushed tones.
Can you turn it up?
I am capable.
All
of
the
hushed
way.
tones. How'd I turn it up? Hey, I said please, all right? I have manners.
You were shouting in the room.
The headphone shout. You know, like,
No, what?
Max volume. Max volume, please. Dawn, I heard rumblings of a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in time and an X-Men arcade cabinet somewhere. We're gonna be looking for that. You can count on it.
How did the combat feel?
Combat's the other thing I'd like to talk about. Remedy. Best in the biz. Like,
The best in the entire business.
With
You will,
combat.
you will defend it with your life.
No,
Okay.
that's Sekiro. Sekiro's best combat.
I was like,
in the
you
biz.
just told me that.
Today.
So
Phil Spencer was, kind of calling out Sony for not being there. It was like Sony needs to be at E3, or like makes everything really weird. But it's,
Yeah.
but I almost like I want to tweet back at him because it's like, you guys are in another building, and like even though that's officially E3,
you can't really
that's
say
so
it
weird how
hurts
it
the
works out
floor
like
a
that.
lot.
Absolutely, it does. Yeah.
I'm the only one that played those first-party games because nobody else was gonna leave the building, walk across the street, go through all these security hassles, and like you have to like
next to
walk
the
through
dumb-
a parking garage.
So it's very warm at E3 this year, and I asked around, and I guess the E3 commission needed to save money somewhere, and they chose turning off the air conditioning.
If you don't move, it's quite remarkable. You can see the steam rising off of your head right here.
And again, this is the dilemma that Microsoft has because they're taking away from the show floor and they're kind of screwing with the whole vibe of E3. But what they have going on over there actually really does work well for them and as a booth.
Blood, did you know your lower third says Daniel Larson?
Yeah, I was about to ask. What was this ray tracing reference here?
That's beautiful. That was a joke from last night if you guys weren't here.
Dang it, I forgot you guys could see this.
You can move it back over the other side, even if you don't want us to see it.
I've been changing everyone's middle names.
Oh, I
mean, I say it now.
The EA Play story I've never told is they had me when I was out there doing all stuff. They had me eventually. They're like, "Oh, we have one more thing for you to do," and it was a piece of paper they handed me, and it was just an audio read that in case it all went to hell, like it went down, they could hit this button, and it would just be me and like the EA Play logo being like, "We're having some. Sorry, the stream's gone down. We're having technical difficulties. We'll be back as soon as possible." And they had me do just 2 reads. Like, all right, perfect. I'm like, "Can I get one for myself?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Hey, everybody!" I was like, "Hey, you know what? The stream's gone down. Panic! Everyone panic! Oh my God, what are we gonna do?" They're like,
That's
"We probably won't. We hope we won't have to use any of these." But I'm like, "Well, just send me that wave one day."
Just
But I like that for myself.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Sega. Sega, man. Sega. Thank you.
I didn't invent Sega. Contrary to popular belief, I did not invent the company of Sega.
I love the opening cutscene. It's really cute. They're all, it's Mario, Peach, Luigi, and a couple of Toads going on vacation.
Okay.
But I can't remember who it was, but one of the Game Explained team was talking about how, why do they ever go on vacation anymore? Because every single time they do, something terrible happens.
Eventually, we're gonna get a game called Mario's Vacation, and it is just they get to do fun stuff on vacation.
Yeah, they did.
Maybe.
It's called Mario Party.
Yeah.
Where it's stressful for us. But
Right. They're having a party. We're freaking out.
Exactly.
I was talking to Ian yesterday about the guy that snipped the GameCube controller back in 2001.
What?
Yeah, the one before the GameCube was out, somebody just took wire cutters and stole a GameCube controller.
Those form factors, those analysis things, like getting photos, those are a big deal.
And then he put it on eBay.
Oh, then he's okay. Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay.
man, dummy.
Oh,
and
man.
thus Nintendo Ninjas were born.
Right.
Yeah, Blaster Master 02, was that January?
That was.
Oh no,
no, it was before that.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
the one where they released it really weird with 2 versions.
Yes. Why can't I think of it? Was it Dragon March for Death?
I think that's it.
I'm blanking on Inti Creates titles because I'm so tired. I'm so tired, and these damn anime game names.
Yeah, they're hard.
I'm bad at interviews, and especially when it's just like, just like my friends too. I'm just like, say whatever you want. Ask yourself a question.
It's just not even a focus. Where are you looking? Where are you?
Look, I don't like to rein in my camera. It's got a life of its own.
Personality.
I was reading an article today on the way over that was talking about how the guys who write ukulele are trying their best to not use the word spiritual successor ever again because of just how much flack they got with ukulele. And
Are you Square Enix?
I am a temp, so
Nice.
I cannot speak for the company itself.
All right, we pretty much have a man on the inside here, behind friendly lines, really, an insider. When are we getting that Dragon Quest VIII remaster?
I can neither confirm nor deny the existence or the development of Dragon Quest VIII Remastered.
Dragon Quest VIII remaster confirmed.
She pulls out this package and she announces that,
having a baby.
Yeah, we're having a baby, and then we get this knock on the door that it's it's the police. And, but really it's some guy posing.
Some maniac.
Sting is in this game?
After seeing the demand for older versions of World of Warcraft, Blizzard finally made it possible with the announcement of World of Warcraft Classic. It's almost been a decade since Final Fantasy XIV 1.0 launched, and many years since anyone has had a chance to play it. Would you ever consider bringing back a limited amount of servers with some version of the 1.x series for players to experience it?
Nightmare.
I have to say, Rune Factory 4 Special, in the best way, has to be the weirdest demo that I did at E3.
Oh, yes. Sure.
Really?
And I walked away pretty pleased from the whole encounter. It just has this kind of awesome, quirky tone about it. I went out in the town and I was just talking to people, trying to figure out what was going on. And this intro cutscene plays for this character. And it's the weirdest intro cutscene I've seen for any character ever. Her name is Xiao Pai. and all it is, it's like a few seconds long, and she kind of looks behind her, and the camera like swivels around her a little bit and then like presses into her butt, and then it just ends and you're talking to her. And I was like, what the hell is happening?
What is happening?
Yeah, I can't really give you a good example because it gets a little bit weirder from there. I noticed like this option where I could press the right bumper and I could like butt in with something, and I saw that I could confess my love. Just like right then and there, I could confess my love for Showtime. And so of course I did.
Yes.
Of course you did.
And I was expecting her to be like weirded out, and she was like, "No, I love you too." I was like, "All right."
What?
Wow, that escalated quickly.
Yeah.
So E3 worked out really well for you.
Right. Yeah. And so that was
Nice.
that was great. I thought it was so funny when it happened.
That's really funny.
And
A lot of times, Don and I just film each other. And like there are just extended periods of silence. Gaze into each other.
This is really excellent internet material. This is beautiful.
This is my bread and butter. Just garbage content with someone else awkwardly standing near me.
I don't know how to conclude this apart from.
That'll work.
Next one I'm going to talk about is F1 2019. Codemasters 1 year actually brought me out to the inaugural F1 race in Austin.
Oh,
and like I got to like see like the pits and everything, and just like really get like an inside
Bloodworth,
look.
dude, in the pit.
when Bloodworth is president of Nintendo, he's gonna open a direct
Yeah.
by like driving an F1 car into the frame of the camera and get out, and he says,
Throw out Retro's
"We're-"
new game. Just drive away.
Yeah.
I don't know what to put as the sweetest moment, because I'll tell you the sweetest
Dude,
moment.
it's Ray.
Is a freaking secret, so whatever. You know, it's like.
What?
You all know. Let's talk about it afterwards.
Is it something that happened with Michael Huber?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mashing! We're mashing! It's uphill now! My arm! Oh my gosh. No pressure. No pressure now.
And we can't say that you're ending this by teasing them like that?
Yes, you'll know the secret moment after the episode of Huber Syndrome goes up.
Gums up.
Gums it up, baby.
Gums up, baby.
Gums up, jaws down.
But I mean, for a real sweetest moment, brought to you by Sweet Justice.
Yep.
Any thoughts?
Because
I mean, you were listening in on most of the impressions. What do you think, Kyle?
The sweetest
I don't
moment
even
is
hardly remember
that
what we
we
did
finished
today.
the list.
From
That's
today,
what
yeah.
it feels, and
Finishing
it
the
feels
list.
good. We finished it.
Yeah, that we actually,
Finishing the
after the
list.
internet went down, and
Twitch being down gave us an opportunity to yell at each other about Star Wars and Game
Star
of
Wars and Game of
Thrones.
Thrones.
we
Yeah,
did.
we did do that.
So funny.
We weren't even like it.
We weren't mad at each
No,
other.
no.
We were all just kind
Yeah.
of like
Just
we
yelling.
were
I think
upset.
we were
upset.
just tired and like old man yelling.
Yeah.
Like,
it's always like I enjoy listening to Michael Huber speak. I enjoy hearing when he's excited about something. No, I might go more sentimental with Sweetest Moment. Like it's just been a treasure to like come here at night after E3 and just like talking about video games and like coming to the panel and like talking about games I'm curious about that I wasn't able to go see.
Yeah.
Almost Bruce Willis movie, sci-fi.
Fifth Element?
No, it's like you are a blank for somebody. I'm having your baby.
I'm having your baby.
Surrogate!
I'm surrogate.
You went from Bruce Willis to I'm having your
And we
baby.
both just named sci-fi movies too.
like the obvious Bruce Willis like sci-fi examples, and he's like, "No, you're wrong. I'm having your baby."
I appreciated being able to be a surrogate for the audience during some of these talks. It's been really nice. Whoo-wee. Just silly moments. Just silly, fun moments.
How does any of this happen, Kyle?
Please check out patreon.com/EasyAllies if you're interested in perhaps supporting the Easy Allies.
It's great. Yeah, I think we've covered it. Thank you and good night. It's kind of crazy because you're doing it from behind rather than the side. and it was really tough. Like, and we were doing it with 3 people.
Oh.
Woo!